Hello guys, welcome back to the Alliance for another Mecha figure review. Today we are continuing the Shin figure review by Blitzway and Moshow. But aside from that, we have some very big news. We are running a giveaway to celebrate our 60,000 followers on our Supreme Mecha page on Facebook. As you know, we acquired Supreme Mecha around last year, and we have been honored to continue deliver toy news to you guys. So to celebrate this occasion, we will be giving away the Sentinel RIOBOT MAZINKAISER. Yes, that's the MAZINKAISER that is one of the most expensive and badass looking MAZINKAISER ever made. We will be explaining how to join our giveaway, and of course it's going to be an international giveaway that will not cost you anything. So keep watching for a chance to win the RIOBOT MAZINKAISER. From the last video, we have talked about the LED gimmicks and all that for the figures. And for this part, we will talk about the articulation as well as the crazy amount of accessories that this figure comes with. So for articulation, as you can see, the aesthetic of this figure is to be anime accurate. That is why articulation is not the first priority of this figure. However, it still has a really great range of motion thanks to the engineering of the shoulders, the legs, as well as the amount of ratchet die-cast joints included. Since the head has to accommodate for the LED, it can go up and down like so only. But it can do a 360 swivel with no problem at all. Very nice. Now for the chest, the mecha can crouch down that far and arch back that much. The joint is a ratchet as well. I don't think it's a ball joint since there's no side to side, but you can also swivel the chest all the way through. The shoulders is one of the most intricately engineered parts of this figure. First, we have some back to front on a butterfly joint. Also, the entire shoulder mechanism is all premium die-cast. Aside from back and forth, you can also go up and down at the base of the shoulders. And in the shoulder armor, there is another ratchet joint that can go in and out like so. Rotation of the entire arm around the 360 is also possible. We got a swivel at the elbow joints over here, as well as a slightly more than 90-degree single jointed bend. Do be careful because the spikes on the arms is very sharp. The wrist is also on a ball joint, but there's not much up and down movement, mostly just swivel because underneath is the LED compartment. Due to the design, there is no hip movement at all. However, we got a really nice hip spread like so, and you can hear the ratchet is very satisfying. And the leg can kick up that far because there's no armor to get in the way. It can go up and go far back like this with a very strong ratchet. Of course, the knee is double jointed and it is a giant piece of die-cast metal. The feet has a nice decent inward pivot due to an open design on the inner side. We also got a little bit of ratchet up and down, but it's not much. And of course, we also get a nice 360 swivel on this one. We'll be explaining the rules to join our giveaway. It's very simple. First, you have to be a subscriber of our channels, which is the Mecha Alliance channel and the Mecha Alliance AMV channel. We will be having the link to both channels in our description. Next, you need to comment down below a number from 1 to 9,999, along with your favorite robots. The prize winner will be announced on the 26th of October, which is our anniversary. We'll contact the winners and get your details, and we'll send the prize to you at no cost of your own. And that's it. Have fun and good luck. Now on to the effect parts. Firstly, we have the Get a Beam firing port. This one is on the abdomen. And we also get another firing port with a peg to attach the getter beam effect parts, as we have seen in the previous video. So you can simply just connect these effect parts onto the port, and when you stick onto the abdomen, the magnet in there will activate the LEDs, which doesn't require the claw part thingy, which I think is pretty neat. There's a specific magnet on the underneath the chest where you can just attach the parts and it will automatically stick to it. This figure also comes with some alternate face, which is quite surprising, considering this hasn't been done in other getter figures. So we got one with the eye looking to the left, one with the eye looking to the right, and another face to attach the forehead getter beam effect parts on here. So the effect parts on the head is a green color in contrast with the pink one in the abdomen. In terms of hands, we got 2 pairs of movable hands, and each of these fingers has 3 different articulation points with a ball joint at the end of each. The thumb has 1 articulation point, but there's a rotation at the base of the thumb as well. Of course, the pros of movable hands like these is you can make absolutely any pose, such as this one, or any other thing you might think of. The figure also comes with a closed fist, an open palm for the Stoner Sunshine effect parts, 2 pairs of weapon holding hands, for a total of 5 pairs. Now let's talk about the weapons. First we have the Getter Scythe, which is absolutely massive. This scythe design is quite different from the anime version, with many more spikes and a different edge. So after the scythe, we have the iconic Getter Tomahawk, which I really like the shadings of the gray and black gradient. Although the size of the tomahawk is a little bit smaller than I expected, which is much smaller than the scythe. Anyway, they gave us 2 weapons handle, one long and one short, where you can easily pop the weapons on top, like so. Well, I say short, but they're both taller than the figure itself. In terms of looks, I much prefer the scythe because it's quite large and it's actually more in scale with the Shin Getter itself, whereas the tomahawk is a little bit small. I think if they increase the size of the blades, it will look much better. However, there is one giant accessory, and that is the display base. The base is absolutely massive and weighed almost, or maybe even more than 3 kilograms, which is quite ridiculous. It's even heavier than the figure itself. On the bottom of the base, we got a very nicely printed Shin Getter Robo logo here. The top part of the base is an invader body, where you can store the claw/fang parts for the LED activation. The base is painted very meticulously. Most of it is black, but if you look closely, you can see small dark red details or some browns that depict the details of the invaders themselves. Accessory-wise, I really like this version of the Shin Getter, but if they could make the Tomahawk a little bit larger, I would really appreciate it. Overall, this figure is quite a premium one, especially in terms of weight and size. If you want to take a look at it next to the RIOBOT Black Shin Getter, you can see the difference between the heights as well as the wingspan is really significant, as well as the weights, because the RIOBOT is, I think, is less than 1 kilograms, whereas the Moshow and Blitzway one is quite heavy, a little bit more than 2 at least. Even though all the aspects of this figure is above average, some are extremely premium, the price tag on this figure is not very steep. It's very affordable. It's much cheaper than the RIOBOT, which is smaller and lighter. But this one also has a lot of great gimmicks like the LEDs in the effect parts, as well as the LEDs on the figure itself. I think the Chinese manufacturer have been really on point with the LED gimmicks lately. And of course, at Blitzway and Moshow, they both have a history of putting LED gimmicks into the figure. and creating like large premium diecast figure with affordable price. So if you are a fan of this iconic Shin Robo, I recommend getting the Moshow and Blitzway figures if you want a very anime accurate figure. And when you get this figure, you better prepare a very sturdy shell for it, some gloves to protect your hands, and a lot of batteries. If you like this review, check out our review of the Moshow Lancelot to see another spectacular Moshow products. And don't forget to register for the giveaway by subscribing and leaving a comment down below according to the rules. Good luck everyone. This is Aaron. See you next time.